Have you heard of the statement? Men are emotionally weaker, or say men cannot express emotion effectively. Well, today let's dig into this and find out how true is it. Before moving forward, let's understand what emotion is from a scientific point of view. According to psychology, emotions are reactions that we express against any events or situation. They are complex in nature and has three key elements. Number 1. Subjective experience, that is, emotions are highly subjective based on circumstances. Any emotion can occur simultaneously or one after another, and it also varies from person to person. Number 2. Physiological response, when emotions are expressed physically, like stomach upset when in anxiety or face flush in anger. These physiological responses are regulated by sympathetic nervous system, which in turn control the body's fight or flight reactions. Number 3. Behavioral response, here we can visualize actual expression of varying emotions. And our ability to understand these expressions are called emotional intelligence by psychologists. And we do know the 6 basic emotions that are universal, such as fear, disgust, anger, surprise, joy and sadness. Now, all humans convey these emotions in some phase of their life, yet the question of men being emotionally inferior as opposed to women is kinda intriguing. Also, what does it mean by emotionally weaker person? The inability to express themselves, or do they not feel any emotion at all? But then again, if a person don't feel anything, wouldn't it make them a psychopath? And how is it that men and women expresses emotions differently even though we all feel the same? Men and women are born emotionally sensitive, but due to socio-cultural norm, men are pressured to hide emotions to emphasize their masculinity. And this is the reason why most men hide their emotions or struggle with expressing them. Have you heard of normative male alexithymia? It's a term to describe difficulty in expressing emotions and is more pronounced in male. And it is not a disorder, just a subclinical phenomenon. And there isn't anything normal about this term, as alexithymia can range from little to a lot. If a person falls on the extreme range, then cognitive and emotional deficit can set in. The issue about men not being able to express is how their mindset was changed as boys when they actually should have been told to be more expressive. Some of the common words while growing up was, "Boys don't cry, man up, be tough." The word normative originates from societal norms of how men shouldn't be loud when expressing emotions. Social learning theory is another explanation on why almost all men have certain way of suppressing their emotions. According to this theory, men may learn to suppress their emotions by observing other men in their lives who exhibit similar behavior, such as hiding vulnerability to come off as masculine and tough. This perpetual behavioral pattern coerces men to suppress emotions, and then this becomes a new normal for men to act a certain way to be accepted in a society. The irony is, when men expresses themselves, they are bullied for being weak, but again, when emotions are not loud, they are considered to be stoic and heartless being. Society's perception of gender unfairness and emotional appropriation has to stop for men to fully express themselves. And every man should have the right to do so, because if you don't fully process your emotions, how is that even living? To conclude, men are born as emotional and expressive, but with age they turned out to be less expressive verbally and facially. Family upbringing, peer pressure and social structure are to blame for. If you don't conform to society's image, you would be thrown out, ridiculed, and no one wants that, so there you go. Showing masculinity to fit in and survive.